record, and then go to share screen. Okay, now there you go. Okay, so I'm gonna share the screen. Okay, do you see the screen that I've shared with you?
Yes.
Okay. So all right. So when you go to your this is the announcement. Every week I make an announcement just to remind you of your weekly assignments and make your the module available every week. There are few required readings, and I will also have some videos for you to take a look at, and also read some of the the PowerPoint slides and things like that before you go to the assignments and address them. Okay, so if you go to your syllabus, this is how it's very easy. I have a everything is very much of well organized, so you don't have to be in a rush. There's a perfect amount of readings, and you have like very enough time to work on your stuff. Okay, so you will just build on the topic, and you continue working on that topic throughout the semester. And in the end of the by the end of the semester, you will have your a long research problem solution essay paper, basically. So, I mean, so you don't have any required textbook as such. All the, these are the online materials, OERs. So that is there already posted. So you don't have to buy any book. The style that we would use will be MLA style. I know you all must be very familiar with that MLA style. There are many kinds of style: APA style, MLA style, Chicago style, Harvard style. All right, so we'll be tired of these styles, but we'll just go with MLA styles. Okay, that is the appropriate style. That's how it is considered to be in the English writing. Okay. Uh, and then this is my teaching philosophy. If it is in person, I would be even more interactive in class, and asking my students to do work, to do things in a group, and asking them to come to class, reading the articles that I assign you, and we discuss the articles, and then we reflect on it. We do a lot of stuff. But since this is an online class, I think you'll do your work on your own, leisure time, and you can go to work, come back, and address these things. And you have a kind of a one whole week for you to do that work. Okay. But every Sunday, by the end of Sunday, 11:59 p.m. No, yes, p.m. Right. That is your assignment due date. Every Sunday night, you're assigned that for that week. Your timeline for your assignment will be over. So you must be able to submit your assignment by that due date, that time duration. Somewhere from that, your day starts from Monday until Sunday evening. Okay, so for example, this week already started from Monday, basically. The only reason why I set it up, our meeting on Thursday, is I was so busy. I had so many classes on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, even Thursday. I had a couple of classes this afternoon. I just got back home. So that's why I thought it's the right time to, talk to you. So that's why. Otherwise, I was willing to talk to you on Tuesday, but I didn't have time. But anyway, so everything is there. I'm not going to talk about plagiarism because I'm tired of talking of it, because you know everything what plagiarism is, right? Do you know what plagiarism is? Who can say? Do you know a little bit about plagiarism? Eugene, you want to say something? You can unmute yourself and say a little bit about plagiarism. If you can.
There we go. To clarify, you're asking about the writing sample, or?
No, I'm talking about, do you know what plagiarism is? We talk about plagiarism.
Yes. So plagiarism is taking work that is not yours, or making information or data into your project that without crediting the original source, and
Very
taking
good. And then you're claiming as if that is your own, right? You don't give any credit to the one from where you bring the sources. So you don't want to do that, okay? You know that very well, and this is a very AI age that we live in, okay? And ChatGPT does everything these days. If you ask ChatGPT, hey, write an essay on this topic, and it will just it will write it. All right. You don't I mean, I know very much, like how ChatGPT works and what kind of writing it will have, and if I just in case find that out, and then you will be in trouble. Okay. Um, and I'm saying this because I'm making this video. I'm gonna, send this out to other students as well. So I'm not personally, only telling this thing to you. All right. So don't take it personally. I'm just, saying this in general. Um, because I really want, but you can utilize ChatGPT for a very beneficial purpose. For example, if you need source, outside sources, for your topic, you can say, hey, for example, if you are going to write a paper on abortion, or maybe I cannot pronounce this very well, but I'll try marijuana, right? Marijuana weed. That's a slang word, colloquial. Okay. If you want to write a paper on that topic, maybe you can ask ChatGPT, hey, can you give me some sources? I'm going to write a paper on this topic. Can you provide me some sources where I can go and then get the information? Maybe ask that, and then ChatGPT will give you tons of sources, and then go back to those sources. That's the way you can double check whether the sources ChatGPT is giving you the right sources or not. If they are not the right sources, correct ChatGPT. Hey, the sources you gave me, it's not right, not correct. So that way you can also, correct ChatGPT, for future use. That's where ChatGPT will learn, the AI will learn. So you can rather utilize ChatGPT for that purpose, but not just asking it to write on whatever the topic you are assigned to write. Okay, that's not gonna take you anywhere. So be mindful of that, and all the information is here. So I'm not gonna repeat, but this is how it works. Okay, uh, we have altogether 15 to 16. I think it's 16. Yeah, week 15, like 15 week. The we have 15 classes altogether, like 1 week, 15 weeks we have. So the week one begins with, I think you might have already gone through it. I would like to see your writing sample, and that can be on any topic of your interest. I'm not talking about the research paper that you'll be writing on that topic. I'm talking about anything, your personal essay, your reflection, your childhood experience, could be anything. Okay. And then you introduce yourself. When you answer the discussion question, I really want you to respond at least two of your peers. You should do that, okay? No matter how wonderful your answer is, but you have not responded to your at least two of your peers, I must deduct some points, and which is what you don't want, right? Um, so, and then also when you respond to your peers, ask a couple of questions, that triggers, your peers answer triggers you, right? Maybe just ask something, at least, let your peers, contemplate or ponder over your question. Just, so that way you will be, giving your peers something to do. And this is very cool. And what happens is that, and then next week, second week, I guess, you will come up with the three different topics of your research interest. Okay. And out of those three different topics, you will choose one that you want to like to work on. All right. But what I will do is that I will look at three different topics that you come up with, and then why you choose the topic and what, why you are interested in it. That is the question. The second question for the next week would be, um, and then if I find any other topic out of three topics, if I find any one of the topics, I mean, than the topic that you choose of your interest, but I like the other topic which is more interesting, or it feels like you can work, better on that topic rather than the topic you choose. Maybe I might ask you, I would want you to, work on a different topic than you choose, right? That's what I might say, but I I I might say, all right. So, but you come up with three different topics of your research interest, and you'll pick which one out of those three that really interest you. Okay. And every module, under each module, we have either 2 weeks or 3 weeks or 4 weeks. So by the end of each module, you'll generate an annotated bibliography on that topic, annotated bibliography of the articles, meaning you will look for different articles, especially peer-reviewed journal article. Do you know what peer-reviewed journal articles are? We will know that. I mean, I have all the definitions and informations and all the things over there. So I'm not going to explain everything here because it's in every week. When you read the articles, that will really explain to you what peer-reviewed journal articles, and it's more academic journal articles. They are published only after blind peer review. When you send your article out to the journal, they have the reviewers who review your paper. They would not know whose paper they are reviewing, at least three of them. And then they give the author feedback if they like the paper. And based on the feedback, they again revise it and resubmit it. And then if it is good to go, then it will be published. If it is still not good to go, then they will say, we won't publish your paper. Okay, it's a very recursive process, and it goes through a lot of rigorous, the process. So that's why they are more reliable, more authentic, more credible sources. That's why we always want our students or whoever is writing a research paper to use those academic sources. So that peer reviewed journal articles, or you can also use credible um, newspaper. Like for example, if you find very interesting sources for your topic that has been published, even in the New Yorker or New York Times or the Atlanta Constitutions or the Times Magazine, these are still considered to be credible sources. If you find any appropriate articles that suits your topic, you can also use some of the articles from those newspapers and magazines. But I encourage you to find more articles from the journals. And where you find those journal articles or the well published peer reviewed books, you find them from your library. Okay, or you can also go to your library and then and then ask a librarian, or you don't even have to go to library. You can simply find out your librarian online from your college, Manchester Community College library. There is a contact address of your librarian. Email them, reach out to them and say, hey, I need this article, would you please help me? Or there is a way, for example, if if you want to find more articles or books on the topic, there's a Google Scholar. I don't know how many of you know Google Scholar. Just type that in, Google Scholar, and then it will take you this Google Scholar. You see in my screen, right? Okay. Yes. And this is what it comes up. Now type in what your topic would be. Like, for example, you want to work on abortion. Abortion, try to be more specific. Okay. If it is an abortion topic, what do you want to look for abortion, right? There are different topics on it, like different arguments, pro-life versus pro-choice argument, right? Even on the topic of abortion. So maybe you might want to say pro-life versus pro-choice. And then type in, look at this. These are all articles and books on that topic people have written, right? So find that out. So click on this and it's a beyond pro-choice. And then look at this. These are the journal articles. And you may see you have access to these articles. Some of them you can directly have access to these articles. Some of them you may not have. And if you know the title and the author's name, you can reach out to a librarian and they will help you with that. Okay. So after you read these are very credible sources, and where from you'll generate, and then you'll read the article, and then you'll write an annotated bibliography. Annotated bibliography is basically a summary, a critical summary of the article you read. Okay, so every module does have at least 2 to 3 weeks, and by the end of each and every module, you'll come up with 2 to 3 three, I think, yeah, at least around 3 annotated bibliography. You'll read at least 3 articles on that topic. Okay, and that is what you'll do. Annotated bibliography of the topic of research, 2, annotated bibliography 3, and then toward the end you'll write final paper. That's going to be problem solution paper. I've also given you the prompt and guidelines what problem solution paper would be like. That would be on the same topic. Now you will not have a problem to write a problem solution paper because you would have already tons of articles you would have read by then, and you would have already generated annotated bibliographies by then. So based on that, you will form an argument, your own argument, on that topic. You will make your claim, you'll have a side, you'll take a side, and then that should be more debatable. And then you, after you take a side and make your claim, you will start addressing that, and quoting the ideas from the articles you'd have already read, and then you would have already generated annotated bibliographies, and then supporting, quote the ideas, and then back up your the argument, back up your claim. And when you quote the ideas from the outside sources, you'll not kind of quoting it just randomly. You'll quote the ideas, and then you describe it to make a connection to your argument, right? Just quoting doesn't make sense until or unless you make a connection of what what those ideas that you quoted is talking about, how it's going to help you, better understand your argument, or better, address your argument, or make your argument more convincing. That's how you make a connection. All right. And then you'll write your final paper, which is going to be somewhere around 6 to 8 pages long. So that's how you do. And you'll just be producing every, by the end of every module, you'll be just producing annotated bibliographies, like at least read 3 articles, and the final paper will be submitted, at very end, like at the end of the semester, like your final paper. And in between, you'll have a discussion question to answer. You'll have some exercise to be done, and all those discussion question and exercises have something to do with your, the topic, the paper that you'll be writing. It's just helping you to better organize your paper, to better understand the articles. That is what, these all exercises will, lead you towards. So that is what it is. And here, week 12, there you have a conference. This is basically the week when you want to continue working on your paper, or if you want to make, conference with me regarding any, the issues or concerns you have, or any problems, or you want to discuss your writing progress with me, and I'll be available, during that time. So that's why I have here conference for you. I don't have anything for you here. You don't have to read, but you will continue working on your own paper, during that week. I think that is what I wanted to say in our meeting. If you have any other questions or concerns, you can definitely, bring them up. All right. Yeah. Any questions? Any concerns? Melissa, Eugene, Pat. Okay. Yeah, Melissa. Anything?
I was just going to say no questions, but it was nice to meet you. And
okay. All right, guys, you have a wonderful night, and good luck and best wishes with everything. If you have any questions or concerns, you can always shoot me an email, or if you want to set up another appointment just to have a Zoom meeting, I'll be available for you. All right, we just have to figure that out. So take care and wonderful night. Bye-bye.
guys, bye-bye.
Thank you. Good night.